Hi guys, I'm Trojan, and welcome to what is now episode 5 of my survival series in Space Engineers. To kick off with, I almost neglected this particular series where I got a bit carried away with one of my concept builds and was basically working on a bit more of a polished version of my last one, which was concept 3, a sort of drone dropship carrier. And I hope now with projection blocks that we can incorporate some of these concept builds into the survival gameplay a bit more easily. But that said, enough of that. I want to bring you up to speed as to where we are. A bit of a paint job, as you can see. Just wanted to get rid of the old grey colour and the yellow of the refinery, and just brought it to a bit more of a clinical colour for now. So we have a bit of a more of a blank slate. Don't worry about that A or S. I'm going to change that. That was just me messing around. You wouldn't find it very funny. I find it hilarious at the time. Right. Basically what was going on over here was I was going to set up, much like in my previous concept build where we have docking areas for small ships, I was going to basically have a little fighter docking area here. Eventually these will all be connected up with conveyors, run back to the main cargo container, which I'm going to replace with a larger one for resupplying ammunition, fuel and stuff like that for little fighters, which will be a cross between drone and manned. Either or both, even, not just one or the other, but both. Over here as well, what I've started on is, I can't remember if I connected this up. I don't think I did. Oh, I started. I must have finished it. Yeah. This is basically to feed this system here, which will be the welders, which, as you can see, I've been trying to get this to work for me properly, and I've not been having much joy with positionings and stuff. What I am going to do in this episode is try and set one up on the other side and see if we can get a working prototype or working fighter up and running here. This is survival ready, this fighter, so it should just be a matter of putting a bit of fuel in it, docking it over there, and it should, once I've made the ammunition in my assembler, refuel it, restock it. And if this works, then I could probably easily build 3 or 4 of them quite quickly, providing I have the materials. So let's do that. What I want to do now is, now that this is connected to here, and you can see it's working there, we're going to build on the other side. So I just need to do a bit of quick maths in my head to see what I need. You can see this isn't fully extended. I did set up a temporary console here. If I can remember the keys, it's 1 and 2. And it looks like I'm going to break it. There we go, and I did. That's fine. Oh, and it fixed it. Handy. So I'm going to let that pull away. I'm going to see what my settings are, where it is in comparison to this one over here. I was about to try to kill myself on the welders. They have a habit of wanting to kill me. I really guess I should have stopped it first. Dum-de-dum, dum-de-dum-de-dum. Has it got any much further to go? Go on, you should be done. Right, so obviously from 0 to where, you say? Welders. No, it's going to be the piston. That is connected to... What have I... There we go, left wheel, lucky I named it. Oh, piston, it's going to 8.7 meters. So let's see where it starts. Use this as a reference. So we'll say from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 to the tippity top. I might need to cut this one back a bit. So we'll say from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Huh. So one more. 6 at the top. So I need one more, the 7th one, to rest the end of it on. So that's pretty straightforward. I have an assembler here with some steel plates. It's very nice of you. Right. Oh, one thing you might notice as well is that I don't think it was changed in the last one, but the skybox, I've kept the dark theme as in the sort of texture, but unfortunately the shadows weren't really working out for me. 6, 7, 8. So I had to scrap that, really. It just wasn't doing me any favours. So I was looking back at some of the YouTube footage and I just thought to myself, wow, it's sort of, I felt it was taking away from the viewing, sort of what I was hoping would be viewing pleasure of it. You know, this is a really lovely game to look at, and it's a shame to have it abused, so I thought I'd change that, and just, you know, it's a bit of a drastic change with regards to 5 episodes in, but I was hoping that people might understand, and that looks like where it should be. I hope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it's going to go on there. Let's have a look. Like that. That's where it should go. And then hopefully, once I set up the same instructions as this one piston has over here, then it should build this little thing quite quickly. It's just occurred to me I don't really need an entire platform for it to sit on, because it will just hover there on a projector. So that might have been a bit of a waste of resources, but we can remedy that when we come to it. If you see what I mean, I actually don't need this whole space of floor here. I can just have a small platform that comes out and it sort of hovers there in the middle. Just remove these, are going to be in the way. And of course, as time goes on and the ships get bigger, with regards to blueprints, then I'll be adding welders on. For the purpose of the small fighters at the moment, this is all I really need. I really don't want to bore you for too long with building on this, so hopefully it will be a fairly quick build and the resources won't take too long to acquire. For instance, the piston. So let's see what we need. We need a piston, 1, 2, 3, 4 conveyors and 4 welders. Let's get that out of the way. And I would feel pretty certain that at some point I'm going to fly into them welders, so I might turn them off. But for now, production. There's already some stuff in there. I don't actually know what that is for. Let's see what use we can get out of it. I think this is my assembler. It is indeed. Got one of them anyway. It's just as much as I can sort of carry. So that's the top section. Right, I need some large steel tubes. So do I have any of them anywhere? Not bloody likely. It's a refinery. It's one assembler. That is a small cargo container which has large steel tubes, and we're gonna get rid of some of these. And we'll just forget we have these resources for now, just for the purpose of just using what the assembler gives us, so we know we have everything we need. I hope you don't mind that I done a little building off camera. I wasn't sure if it was going to work out the way I planned, and I was really struggling with this particular idea, wondering if I should do it and completely fail, or if it was something that was worthy of an attempt, you know. Well, I'm sure we'll see soon enough. Rightio, so we go to production, this should be empty. And we want a large box. And we're going to say 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. Probably wasn't the best idea to build them first. Well, no, I have my piston built, so why not? Right, and now we'll say welders, please. There's the miner. Ah. 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. Rightio. We'll let that chug away. Oh, sorry, dead leg. Sometimes I wonder if I actually sorted the settings on this properly with regards to speeds, production speeds and refinery speeds. Still appear to be waiting forever, but that's grand. Rightio. So it looks like we've got all the materials we need to build. Now what I actually have to sort of plan is which way the conveyor tube is going to go, because it's going to come from here anyway. Is there a quick way? Maybe if a straight shot over to here might be less resource intensive than going zigzagging all the way over here. And also it gives me a better... See, now if I do go under, then I won't be able to cut away this platform, so I may as well leave that platform then. So, for some reason I feel very cold today. I'm actually wearing a scarf right now, inside, as you do. I remember the day when you used to colour these pistons and they would explode in your face and fly off into the distance. Oh, good old days. Rightio. I wonder what we can get up and running with the resources we have in the assembler. Probably one conveyor. Let's have a look and see, shall we? Assembler. At least we know when it starts to repeat itself, which it looks like it has started to do, that it's already got through the makings of one sort of loop. So, oh, I see, I offset it a bit. So I wonder, to get this in a straight line, how far I have to offset it the other way, look. Nah, but that's okay. We'll go one here in the middle, because we have to have one here first anyway. And I've gone on the wrong thing. One. Now. You'll have to excuse the sniffly. Me. Just a bit bunged. Well, I say bunged up. I'm probably the opposite to bunged up. I can't stop the stuff. Which is not really what you want to hear, but you heard it now. Construction components do seem to take some time to get up and running. So what I might do is let that tick over and not actually do anything, and maybe just come back to it when it's done the conveyors and the welders as well. And what we'll do is we'll get the conveyor tubes up and running on camera, and then we'll see if we can actually make this into a whole ship. I think that's what we'll do. Right, so I'll be back in a jiffy. Right guys, so welcome back. As you can see, I've built them over here now, and I've already started production on the parts needed for the conveyor tubes. So hopefully now all it is a matter of grouping these welders with those welders over there. Possibly these pistons, although I'm not sure if I want these pistons to be controlled separately just to have a bit more control. I think for now I'll just have them as the same group, and obviously when there is a blank projection in here, they'll obviously meet in the middle, and we won't have this problem where I've already started one side. Yeah. So I've started production on the parts needed for these. I've assumed these conveyor tubes. I've assumed I only need 1, 2, 3 corners. So I've done that, and about 20. I said about 20 of these. Although looking at that now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I've probably overshot what I need by about a quarter to a third. But hey, having the resources doesn't hurt, and it will obviously, them extra resources I don't use will be fed into these welders and used. Right, while I'm talking about it and they're building those things, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into here, I'm going to get up our menu, I'm going to go to our welders, and I'll tell you what I will do actually, I'll click on welders here and select the ones that aren't there. 1, 2, 3, 4, sounds about right, and obviously they're all mine because I've built them in survival. Save, and that should now be that. So if I turn them on, off, leave them off for now, so they should all be off. Good. And if I go to number 3, they'll all come on together, which is perfect. I will group up these pistons, but not quite yet. What I want to do is actually get this one on the right. Sorry, I'm pointing at the screen like you can see me, but the one on the right hand side as we're viewing it now to catch up to the one on the left hand side. Sorry, being a bit of a div today. I have a bit of a chest infection, so it's making me a bit confused. Hopefully I'm not stuttering and blabbering on too much. Let's get these materials. Still chugging away on these materials here, so let's just see what we can do. Tab. Let's get rid of that. Oh, you can see what I've done there. I've changed that ASR, or whatever the hell it was, back to my normal thing. Rightio, conveyors. One of you, that's all I need for now. There we go. So, one there. I think I'll just get the outline in place first, and then we'll worry about filling the blanks, as it were. God, I can't even push the right button. I do apologise today. A bit of a duh moment every couple of moments. But anyway, yeah, I'm glad to get back to this series because this is sort of my favourite thing to do, is survival. And when you build a base or anything in survival from start to finish and you see the development over time, I guess that's where the YouTube videos help me as well, because I couldn't really ask for anything better than that, because I get to see, because when you play this for so long and you've come so far in a particular build, you sort of forget where you started, and it's nice to go back and say, look at your first episode and say, wow, I completely didn't realise that I'd actually, I've actually come that distance. Right, what do I need? Interior plates. Right, I didn't actually account for another conveyor. I really should have. I knew I needed one. Production. Large. Conveyor. Seems these are pouring in. We may as well help ourselves. Let's look for a new. I could sit there all day doing that, so let's not. I can't remember how many I need, but I'll just take the full whack that I can actually hold. And let's put a conveyor in. I don't know why I've got my welder out. I've got nothing actually to weld. Boom. Pow. Right, let's. And we'll work our way over. And expect a face plant at some point as well, I'm sure. Right, I don't need them anymore, they're just taking up space. Assembler. Where are you, my assembler? There you are. Well, we're never going to get at least one more anyway, because it started the cycle again. This could take some time as well. But I didn't actually count how many I put down. I should have really, I guess. Damn you, small steel tube. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Oh, 4 off. 4 over. That's not too bad. That's not shabby maths, is it? That wasn't really maths, I guess. It was just a guesstimate. Yeah. I probably didn't discuss this earlier. When you saw this before in the previous episode, it was just a bit more basic than this. There wasn't this whole sort of surrounding it, this armour plating. So obviously it still works the same. The miner does its thing, drops its stuff in here, it turns on the gravity, which pushes everything towards here, but I was noticing that things were falling down here. So as you can see, I've just made a little funnel leading into a collector there, and the same here, and anything that drops down there now. Always anyway, because I don't think items are pushed in the same way by gravity like tools and stuff like that. Although I could be wrong, so don't quote me on that. I think we're almost ready to finish this off, and if not then, well, we're probably not ready, but I can always just quickly cut away again and we'll come back when we put on that last one there even. Oh, actually, let's see, 17, 18, oh, it's 2 off. Okay, sorry, distraction. So easily distracted, as I'm sure you've more than established by this point if you've been watching me for any period of time. I can go off on a bit of a tangent. So I was just checking I was wearing my good old pirate suit. I do like my pirate suit. Wouldn't want to be caught without my pirate suit. As you can see, I put a big door in here as well, just because the last time I was quite impressed by this door, because the last time I ever saw it and had it installed on any of my builds, which I think the last time I used it was on a concept build, one of my first, and it was actually just a solid model, and it either had the open variant or the closed, because it didn't have the function of opening or closing. As you can see, it is spot on, and I think that's the perfect speed as well. It could have been done fairly wrong. I mean, the speed of the door and the sound it makes I mean like how deep the sound of the clunking of the metal is and stuff is perfect. It makes it feel like it is what it is. So and obviously I've opened up this area a bit because this is where we intend to have the interior of our base. The sensitive stuff. Eventually what will happen is this area out here will turn into more of like a viewing area to view the fighters, and as a sort of refinery, the industry is going on out here, and the shipbuilding, this will probably turn into a hangar, and it'll be over several levels. This area I think I might keep as having like a high ceiling, so it sort of separates it from becoming too uniform. This area will be cut out here and windows will be put in, and we'll be able to view all our little fighters, 1, 2, 3, 4 that we'll have, and I may incorporate a new one in there as well, because at the moment my fighters just have Gatling turrets, and I might need a few missiles there as well, and of course the base isn't protected, so it's going to need some sort of firepower, and luckily I have tons of conveyors lying around to feed turrets and stuff. So I mean, I could put a turret anywhere right now. It could be even on here, or on that conveyor over there, or on one of these conveyors, or on one of these units here, and it's going to be sorted with regards to ammunition anyway. So I'm quite pleased with how it's turning out. I'm going to see how far we've come, and if these conveyors are not ready, then I'll cut away and quickly come back, and I think if we manage to build this, we'll call it a day for this episode. So let's crack on there then. It doesn't look like it's stopped building. No, it hasn't stopped building these parts. Let me see how many's left. There's quite a few left. I don't know why there's so many construction components. 120 over here. That might have been for... should I risk it? I might have enough construction components lying around. No, we'll just let it do its thing. We'll let it do its thing. Impatient. Very impatient. Let's see. I don't even know if I picked them parts up, but I guess we'll see soon enough. I must have. Right, to have waited that long and only really get 7, as you can see, we haven't even waited 50% of the time that we need to wait. I think I'm going to cut away and save you the painful process of watching me wait for components. So I'll be right back again. Guys, this is the last jump we're going to do. We're coming back because I just need the small steel tubes now added to the conveyors down here to finish them off. So we're just going to do that. As you can see, it's quick enough. There we go, and we're connected. So what I also done off camera was I just broke down this completely. So what we can do is group all the pistons up, move them into the centre, or as close to the centre as we can get without bugging out the thing completely. And then we'll see what components we need. I'm hopefully have a lot of them already. In fact, anything I have on me, I think it's just components, construction components, but and some small steel tubes. I'm just going to drop them anywhere back into here because these will acquire their resources from anywhere in the network that they're connected to. So what I'm going to do is connect the pistons up together. Okay, right, welders. I have them down as welders, I believe. No, I don't have a group for the pistons, so left piston and right piston. I see I've changed them so that they're both more or less the same, and hopefully I don't know why I have one to share a faction and one not to share. I tend to keep it share a faction in case anyone joins. No one's joined me up to this point. Unfortunately, I am quite random when I do come on and start doing this, so people can't really plan when they're going to join. If they see me, they can jump in as quickly as they want, but I always, as well, as best I can, will leave the world running with people I trust on my computer so that they can continue even when I finish recording, just in case anyone was worried about that. So they're both in the completely reversed position. We're going to group them up just as piston for now. Pistons, say I don't know why I pressed enter for. Pistons, so we go to the top. There we go. We're going to go to our G menu here. That is the on-off for the welders. I don't know why I put that there. That's just a tool logo. All I need is the on-off. Right, toggle block on-off. That's if I wanted to stop it in a particular position. I'm going to leave that for now. Remove that, and I'm going to remove this because all I want to do is go to groups, put the piston in there, and it's just going to be reverse. We're going to reverse into position, turn the welders on, press reverse again to get it to start and see if it works right. I don't imagine it's going to build the entire thing. What I might do so you can see is move my F8 round. Oh, there's a bit more speed there. And we'll just so we can get a nice view of it building. So I think it's F9, is it? So we can use our keys. Right, so press 3 on off. That's working fine. Right, let's move the pistons into position. As you can see, they're a bit slow. Hopefully when they get into position I'll just turn them on, and I don't know if I have all the materials I need. Don't think I do, but it's the process. I want to see if it works and if things start bugging out or not. And if all I do is I just cut it off at the bottom over there when it's done, and the projection should be ready to do another one. In fact, with the new update, I don't know why my projection block wasn't showing up. You know why? Small ship projector. It's not attached to the station. I've done that more than once. But luckily I've got antennas everywhere, so I can just quickly connect up to it like that. Boom. and it's done. And obviously it has a camera as well, so I can go like this, just to see that I'm all lined up properly, even though that camera is bloody useless. Back to what we were doing. F8, F9. As you can see, they're actually a bit too close for comfort, so I might change the... I know this is finicky, you just want to see me do it, but pistons, change this to maybe 8.6. I don't know if it's going to make much of a difference. It's 8.6 anyway, but to that, confirm, reverse slightly, reverse again, please be just okay. Oopsie daisy. I think we'll be okay. Right, let's just get on with it, eh? Let's make sure I'm on F9. I must be if I was doing that. But, right, so here we go. So let's turn them on. Please don't explode. Reverse the pistons as we go. Oh, that's not good. We don't want to see that happen. Right, I think the way around that might be to get it to move slower. But... and we might need another... because these top ones didn't seem to get reached here. So, don't hit me, please. We missed one here, look. We made a boo-boo. There we go. Right, I think I'm going to leave it there for today. Obviously not massively happy with how that turned out, but that is the nature of the game. And I think if I decrease the speed of these pistons and obviously make sure I have all the components I require, then it should otherwise be okay. I think we'll come back to this anyway, make sure that we've got it just right, and then we can start refueling these bad boys and docking them up over there. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. If you like, please subscribe, and I'll see you in episode 6. Thank you.